Welcome to Old Folks Racing PS4. The new season is here. It's the Spring 2021 season that starts at the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Loop with the Formula Renault 3.5, basically everyone's favorite open-wheeler in Project Cars 2. We expect some great racing here today. Diogo Silva and Simon Allen are on the first row with Diogo Almeida and Kev Allen on the second. As we await the green light, we have 15 drivers here today, almost a full field. And someone has already crashed there. Someone is spinning around and two cars go into the air. We couldn't quite see who they were, but they were at the back of the field. It looks like Scott Davely and Jambo have been delayed by... here's the replay from Dale Taylor. Let's see what happens if we can establish... Oh, that was a little bit too much there, 3 wide at the start, and I think someone was sent spinning. It might have been Scott Davely or Jambo. I couldn't quite understand as Diogo Silva continues to lead this race. And look at this, Simon Allen is going on the inside and they touch contact there between Simon Allen and Diogo Silva. Now it's 3 wide, no, and Simon Allen and Diogo Silva collide. What a first lap we are having here at the Red Bull Ring, and disaster for the two drivers in the front row. I think Diogo Silva was just basically expecting not anyone to attack there in turn 2, and Simon Allen came with full force and kind of outbrake himself, and they made contact, and then whilst coming back to the track they collided, and now they are dead last, or almost dead. Someone is in the grass there. That's Todd Antonio. Oh, and the crash now, and Scott Davely has hit someone. Disaster for Scott Davely with two drivers, and that was Simon Allen. That was Simon Allen that has another crash in the same lap. Would you believe it? Scott Davely and Simon Allen both have crashed twice during the first lap, and they are at the back of the field as we follow Stuart Brand, that is now in 5th place with that red-colored Formula Renault. Let's try to establish what's going on, and someone is in front of him as Kev Allen has spun. Kev Allen has spun on his own at the start of the second lap. Scott Davely is making a recovery race now. He's past Jambo for 11th place. Diogo Silva is ahead of them, and Diogo, of course, was heavily impacted by that. And look at this here. Oh, very, very late on the brakes there. Frankie trying to make a move on Michael Langley, that is making a return to Old Folks Racing PS4. Welcome back to Mike, and he is sitting currently in 8th place. Here comes Scott Davely now on Frankie in turn 3, and I think he's got the job done as Michael Langley outbrakes himself, and Scott in the matter of one corner gets 2 positions. Oh no, sorry, that was Diogo Silva. I apologize, not Scott Davely. I was mixing them up. That was Diogo Silva making a nice move on Frankie, and Michael Langley also outbraking himself in turn 3. Diogo goes from 10th. Now in 8th place. Kev Allen is in 7th. He's in front of him after that spin in the beginning of the second lap. Diogo Almeida is in 3rd place and battling for 2nd, but look at this Darren Head. We haven't seen him at all, and he's leading the race basically since the first lap, since turn 3, as Diogo Almeida now outbreaks himself, and they crash, oh no! They crash but keep going, look at this, that was Chris Russell, and Diogo Almeida was trying to make a move on the outside, and that wasn't quite a very good overtaking spot there. Let's see, they lost the position to Stuart Brand. Stuart Brand is now sitting in 2nd. Dale Taylor has had quite an eventful first few laps, as well as he now goes around the newcomer Darab Khan. Darab Khan started at the back, but they touch, make contact, and Darab is off into the... Oh, and he gets crushed again by Kev Allen. This is a disaster for the rookie, and now everyone is pretty much spinning in turn 3 and losing control of the cars. This race is being somewhat... look at this, oh, and this Jambo now hits Simon Allen, that was also in that incident. I can't keep track of how many incidents we are having in this race, as now Jambo tries to go on the outside of Mike Langley and just outbreaks himself into the gravel. Let's see what's going on here. Look at this. This is Stuart Brand. Stuart Brand is in second place, but now is being overtaken by Chris Russell. That gets back to second place, and Diogo Almeida is behind Stuart now. We are on lap 4 out of 15. We are not even at the midpoint of this race, and we already had so many incidents. Clearly, this combo is proving to be quite tricky to control for these old folks. Here comes Diogo Almeida now. Oh, and they touch, and Diogo Almeida couldn't stop in time and hits the back of Stuart Brand, sending him to the gravel trap. That was quite clumsy, I should say, from Diogo Almeida. He, I think, is going to get the position, but I wonder if we are going to have any review basically of this entire race, because there has been too much carnage for everyone to stay. I think this is quite a difficult combo for a variety of reasons. Of course, it's a very fast car. It's an aero car as well. It's not the easiest car to steer around this circuit, and certainly it's quite difficult to make a clean pass on someone, because it's also quite difficult to stop this car on time, particularly in the tight corners, which are basically turn 2 and turn 3, which are also the most obvious overtaking spots. But I think that this whole, and here comes now Dale Taylor on Stuart Brand, that has been now moving backwards. He was moving forwards, but that was because Diogo Almeida basically pushed him off the track, and now comes Diogo Silva as well. Nice move there by Dale Taylor, actually making a move in turn 1, and for once no one has made contact with another car. Here comes now Diogo Silva on Stuart Brand. I think he's going to drop that into turn 2, but look at this, Diogo also locking up, and pretty much everyone is locking up when they make an overtaking move, and that's what makes this combo so complicated to control, and clearly partially accounting for the multiple corners. Look at this, Simon Allen now making a move on Mike Langley. That was for 9th spot, as Simon continues to be in a recovery race. Cav Allen has had an eventful race. He's sitting in 13th after that incident in turn 3, which involved multiple cars, and Cav was actually the one that lost the most time, because he basically span inwards in turn 3 and got basically stuck and couldn't press the reset button because there were too many cars around him. So ended up losing quite a lot of time as Diogo Almeida continues to battle with Chris Russell. The last time he tried the move, it wasn't very successful. It was on the outside of turn 1. Now he's trying the inside instead, but not quite any room whatsoever to make a move there. But now, oh, Diogo makes a mistake there on his own now at the exit. Look at this. This is also very tricky corner, because basically this car, in addition to everything I said about it, also does not like curbs. If you just go on the curbs, it's very, very easy to lose traction, as now Dale Taylor is defending from Diogo Silva, that's behind him, and Stuart Brand has now stabilized in 6th place. The top 3 continue to be the same drivers. Briefly, Stuart was up there in the podium position, but then with that push from Diogo Almeida and also the overtake by Dale Taylor, he's been losing ground. The top 3 there ahead. Look at this, he's got 5 seconds, more than 5 seconds gap to second place man Chris Russell. Both men doing a very good job. Diogo Almeida has had a couple of events, but he's holding 3rd place there. Dale Taylor in 4th. Diogo Silva already up to 5th. Remember, he was 13th after that tango with Simon Allen on the opening lap, as now I think everyone has calmed down a little bit, and someone is in the gravel there, and that was Mike Langley. Mike Langley has put himself in the gravel and was getting out of it, but not before he lost the position to Scott Davely, that goes up to 10th, as Diogo Silva now is actually lost a bit of touch there with Dale Taylor. But now, oh no, he hasn't because Dale made a mistake there at the exit of turn 1. Now with DRS, can he make a move? I think he's going to make a move, and Diogo Silva is on the inside, and and locks up there, locks up. Can he? Oh, and he couldn't really stop in time, and this is exactly a very good illustration of what I was talking about. Diogo clearly had a clean run there, but then couldn't really gauge the braking point and ended up just braking too late, and then you are just a bit of a passenger. You lock up and right into the path of Dale Taylor. There was slight contact between these two. Anyway, Diogo took the position and is up to 4th place. Dale lost a little bit of time, but fortunately not too much time. Stuart Brand is now eyeing the 4th position of Dale Taylor, and Dale making a good start to this season in Old Folks Racing PS4, having joined the group late last season. Kev Allen continues to be in 13th place. I wonder if something else has happened after that, well, basically carnage in turn 3. I'm not really certain what has happened, as now we watch Simon Allen coming behind Darab Khan on his debut, and he has the position now into turn 1. Slight contact between the two, but I think Simon has got, oh, look at this. They do make contact, and I think they've both, oh, and Darab is now entering the pit lane. No, that's not the track there. That was, and Simon got stuck as well, and now they cannot press the reset button as he now rejoins the track. Where is Simon now, and he's in front of him, so he ended up actually getting the position, and now he's going to lose another place to Mike Langley. So Darab Khan also moving backwards in this case in this race, and let's see if and he makes contact with Mike Langley, and I think there was a little bit of, and he has now disconnected as well. But I think, unless I am very much mistaken, this was a case of just rage quitting by Darab Khan. He clearly didn't brake for the corner, and in this game there are no brake failures, so I think Mike Langley just was unfortunate there to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, but he keeps 11th position. Darab Khan has disconnected now from the race, as we have 14 drivers in it. We had 16 qualifiers for this race, but 2 drivers actually unfortunately have dropped out due to connection issues before the race start, and that was Alonso Fonso, who did so well last season. Look at this now, Diogo Almeida has spun on his own, and he almost goes off track. Fortunately for him, the game does not allow you to go into the open grass, so Diogo has lost a few positions and is dropped to 7, and that's such a shame, because he was doing such a good job there in a podium position and clearly behind Chris Russell. That must be relieved to see the Portuguese driver spinning into his own mistake, and now surely Chris Russell is going to retain that second. He's got 3 or 4 seconds advantage over Diogo Silva, so maybe, just maybe, Diogo could still reach him, but I think they are running at broadly the same pace. Well, Diogo was actually 1 second faster last lap, so maybe we have a battle here for second place. Darren Head, of course, is ahead of everyone. He is heading to a victory in this race, and continues to have more than 5 seconds advantage. But I was mentioning the qualifiers that disconnected. Alonso Fonso, of course, who finished 3rd in the winter season, unfortunately has disconnected before the start, and then that would be a shame for him, not the start of the season that he wanted, but clearly he can drop this result and concentrate on the next few races. Also rookie Sean Prinsloo also has qualified, but unfortunately also has dropped out with connection issues. Otherwise, this would be the first ever PS4 race that will have a full field starting. We now have 14 drivers running, as Frankie is now battling with Stuart Brandon. These two have been doing a great race, actually. We haven't seen too much of Frankie, but he has been carefully avoiding every carnage, and now he's actually on the verge of a top 5 position. That would be an incredible start to the season from him if he can hold for another 5 laps, and if he actually can make an overtake on Stuart Brand to take that 5th position. Stuart trying to hold to that 5th place. That wouldn't be a bad way to start the season either, as we are now in lap 10 out of 15. Darren Head continues to obliterate really the whole field. Is the driver that has not made a single mistake, has been at the front since the beginning, and therefore has avoided all the carnage that this race has had. Frankie was a bit closer to Stewart, but now has actually lost a few car lengths as they are now entering the 11th lap out of 15. Let's go through the field. I think we have seen quite a lot of the top 5. Frankie is in 6th place. Diogo Almeida has dropped to 7th after that spin at the exit of turn 2. Another curb-induced spin for the Portuguese driver. Now Stuart Brand has outbraked himself, but is coming surprisingly quickly through the gravel trap and maintains the position. But I think the stewards are not going to like this and may ask him to slow down. In fact, he may be slowing down already as Frankie now is much closer, and clearly the tires are now the main issue here. Of course, this car also is very hungry on these tires, and look at this, Frankie on the outside, he's probably got better tires, and he also has got the position 5th place. That was a nice move for once. Good to see a move with no contact in this very difficult combo, and Stuart Brand drops to 6th. Diogo Almeida is in 7th. Simon Owen is in 8th. Can he get to 7th? I don't think so, because he's 10 seconds behind with basically 5 laps to go. 9th is Scott Davely, had an eventful race. Of course, 10th is Jambo. We haven't seen too much of him. We saw him lose a few places at the beginning, but he's holding to a top 10 position. 11th is Cavall, and what a start of the year for the reigning champion. He has never been a factor in this race. He has qualified poorly. He has been involved in a couple of tangles, and clearly he has not made life easy for himself at the start of this season, as Mike Langley now runs in 12th place, and Todd Antonio is in 13th. So 13 drivers still running in this race, and look at this, Diogo Almeida after that spin is hungry too. And Stuart Brand has spun on his own. Stuart Brand has spun on his own and has lost another place. That was in turn 3. Clearly the tires are giving up on these drivers, and clearly tire management was a crucial factor in this race, and it will be a factor, a critical issue in the coming race. Race 2 coming right after this, as Darren Head now is 2 laps away from opening the season with a victory, exactly like in the winter season. He was the winner of the first race. Let's hope that this championship is going to be better for Darren than the previous one. He finished in 4th place, was quite competitive, but did not have bid for the title. Maybe this time around it's going to be different, as not Stuart Brand, sorry, Cavall is all over the place trying to overtake Jambo, and I think he's going to do that as they cross the start-finish line. I think he's got now the line for turn 1, as Jambo is going to yield the position. Yes, he will. So Cavall up to 10th, and Jambo drops to 11th. Let's look at the difference. Yes, this is Jambo trying to come back at Cavall, but I was looking at the difference between 2nd and 3rd. It has been slowly going down quite considerably. Look at this now. Jambo is coming back at Cavall, and Cavall just outbraked himself into turn 2. Clearly his tires are not in the optimal condition either, as Diogo Silva, and that is what I was saying, has slowly but surely reduced the gap to Chris Russell, and this could be a very interesting battle to watch also, because we are now 2 laps from the end. Can Diogo Silva actually still make a move? Look at this, Chris Russell running a little bit wide in turn 1, and now Diogo Silva is coming at him. Can you make a move? A dive bomb into turn 2, sorry, Kenny is not going to do it. He's going to save it for another day, as he was clearly not too close to, not sufficiently close to Chris. As look at this, there's been a titanic battle there for 10th place between Jambo and Cavall, and Cav really trying to salvage some points out of this race. I believe that he must be thinking that he's going to drop this score later on, so maybe it doesn't really matter too much if it's 10th or 11th, as long as he continues to score big results in the coming races, as Diogo Silva has clearly not given up on Chris Russell, but he is running a little bit out of time, because he basically has one more shot in turn 2 and one more shot in turn 3, basically because these drivers are more or less the same pace, so turn 1 is probably not an option, although they are very close to one another, not through the start-finish line, but Diogo is probably going to save his attack for turn 2. He's going to try to follow Chris into turn 1 as they enter the last lap there and head only with 4 seconds now, but he is heading for victory. As now we watch this battle between Diogo Silva and Chris Russell. This is quite exciting, and Diogo Silva now is definitely going to go for it. He's going to go for it. He's got a clean run into turn 2, and I think he's got the job done there. He's got the job done on the inside, and they break, and Diogo has locked up again. Diogo has locked up again, but I think he's got the move done, or does he? Because Chris is coming back at him. Chris is coming back at him, and now they're heading towards turn 3, and I think Chris is going to make a move, or is he through the inside? Yes, he's on the inside, and they almost contact, but thankfully they give room to one another, and Diogo Silva has actually recovered to second place on the last lap of the race, as Darren Head surely is going to win this race. Diogo Silva is going to finish second after a very interesting recovery race through the field. Chris Russell basically has run second for so long, and now losing it on the last lap must be terribly frustrating for the Scottish driver. But it's still going to be a podium for him, as Darren Head now has the checkered flag waving at him as he's the winner of the opening round of World Cup Racing. Here comes Chris Russell, last minute move, but not quite there for second is Diogo Silva, third is Chris Russell, fourth is Dale Taylor, his best ever result in Old Fox Racing PS4, and fifth is going to be Frankie. What a good start of the season, and great to see him running at the front again after a difficult lap last season. Sixth is Stuart Brand, that has run higher up, but nevertheless not a bad result for him, and he has actually overtaken Diogo Almeida again. Diogo must have made a mistake there. 7th place for him, 8th was Scott Devlin, 9th was Simon Allen, 10th is going to be Cav Allen. What a start of the season for him. He's going to be hoping for better in the second race. 11th is Jambo, 12th is going to be Mike Langley. Good return for him, but maybe a little bit more practice is required. And 13th is going to be Todd Antonio, that is about to cross the line now and also get the checkered flag. What a race we've had here. A very turbulent opening round with the winner Darren Head dominating the race. Stay with us for race 2.